This is the fourth time we've come together in this series of meetings for Kosovo's international partners, focused specifically on non-majority communities. I believe we are the first government who has invited our partners to come together with us in this way to improve our coordination and identify our shared priorities. After our first meeting with you, we've taken each time a different focus within the issues facing non-majority communities. Today, from looking around the room at what is, I think, a record number of participants, I see that the issue we have chosen to address is one that you also see the importance of. We're here to talk together about the particular challenges and urgency of the economic empowerment of non-majority women in our country. We know that intersectional issues make it particularly difficult to address the situation of the many women from the minority communities who are living in poverty in Kosovo. As Kimberly Williams Crenshaw, who coined the term intersectionality, said, I quote her, "Sexism isn't a one-size-fits-all phenomenon. It doesn't happen to black and white women the same way." End of quotation. We could adapt that to the Kosovo context and say that the sexism that an Albanian woman experiences is probably not the same as the experience of the Croatian, Ashkali, and Roma women entrepreneurs I spoke to last month at UNDP's fair in Janjeva. Likewise, I think Ramia Shala would tell us that the rural Turkish women in Mamusha comes up against different challenges accessing the labor market from those, for example, faced by a Serbian woman living in a town. My Deputy Prime Minister, Emilia Recepi, can talk powerfully about the particular issues facing the Bosnian community, which are different again. Nevertheless, there are some things that are depressingly the same. Levels of property ownership and inheritance are low for all groups of women in Kosovo. They are generally lower the more desperate a family's socioeconomic status is. Overall, in Kosovo, over 88% of women entrepreneurs open businesses with self-financing without loans or other external supports. Women's care responsibilities are considerably and backbreakingly greater than men's. On average, women in Kosovo spend 6.2 hours on unpaid care work per day. And then women from whatever community in Kosovo do work outside the home. They are more likely to work informally without security or status or power that are given by contracts and pension contributions, paid sick leave, and workplace protection. 65% of the jobs in the informal economy are held by women. But although there is a dizzyingly long way to go, the situation is improving. To address the issues of women's lack of capital, we have successfully incentivized the registration of property in the names of both husband and wife and dedicated a total of 11 million euros since 2021 to supporting women entrepreneurs to open their businesses, helping around 650 women-owned enterprises. I know that Minister Ashic can tell you about the specific support to women entrepreneurs from non-majority communities. To reduce the burden of care on working parents, we are investing in the building, renovation, and adaptation of a total of 55 kindergartens. In less than 3.5 years, the number of children who are attending kindergartens all over Kosovo increased by 33%. We have incentivized and the formalization of jobs and offered direct support to the employment of 12,000 women. During the time of our government, more than 100,000 women have opened bank accounts for the first time, incentivized in part through the scheme we initiated of payments to support women when they give birth. We've employed more than 4,000 people through our Government for Families program, and of these, 55% are women. We have created the Super Puna, Super Work, Super Labor platform, which subsidizes the salaries of new hires aged 18 to 29, and about 14,000 young people have been employed this way. 51% of them are women. With these approaches, we have achieved a drop in unemployment greater for women than for men. Unemployment for women reduced from 30% to 17% when we compare the first quarter of 2021 at the beginning of our government to the final quarter of 2023. These are the general achievements we have made in the economic opportunities for women, but again, as Kimberly Crenshaw would tell us, treating different things the same can generate as much inequality as treating the same things differently. So we have also undertaken some specific initiatives for non-majority communities and have seen how women have been ready to rise to these opportunities. As an affirmative measure for Serbian speakers who have studied at the university in North Mitrovica, last year we restarted the process of verification of the university's diplomas in order to enable these graduates to apply for jobs in Kosovo's institutions. Each diploma submitted for verification I see as a commitment to building a better Kosovo together. And there have been 358 university diplomas submitted since we restarted the process last year. I take the opportunity to thank the British and Swiss embassies for their support to the work of the Diploma Verification Commission, and know that they will be pleased at how we are seeing an increase in application by women. 57% of applicants this year have been female. We believe that the recent creation of the ability to apply online through the e-Kosovo platform will raise the percentage even more. The same appetite for opportunity has been among women from the Roma, Ashkali, and Egyptian communities. We have offered 884 bursaries for high school studies over the past 2 years, and of these, 51% went to girls. Last year, we also offered 55 bursaries for students from these communities who attend public universities. 64% of these have gone to young women.
It's important to note that all these subsidies and programs are aimed at improving living conditions and providing assistance to those who need it the most, with a special focus on gender equality and the empowerment of women, as well as the social economic integration of the various communities. We have been very practical in our aims, as I mentioned previously, and we, of course, with the help of the Prime Minister, we first of all raised the capacities, meaning of the capacities of the ministry itself, opening the new program that is actually a very pragmatic one. We started last year. It was with 3 million first, let's say, tranche, and we are successfully continuing in this year, and also even now, as we speak, we have opened one more call, since we have found very positive results and very powerful impact, especially for women. But anyhow, I would try to, in figures, to give you some information how we actually see and how we actually open a little bit more of this maybe, previously closed door for women and their empowerment. As we had the number of the 2004, I will start, we had altogether 362 beneficiaries, of which 64 have been women. We did have a public call for agriculture. Maybe that is not maybe the most popular thing that women would deal with in agriculture, but yes, we do have some interest in it. And out of 58 beneficiaries, 12 were women. Public call for businesses also, as the Prime Minister mentioned. There is one increased interest of the being or participating in the process of economy in the different kind of and different type of the projects that we are supporting. And in this case, we had out of 59, we have 15 women being winning our programs. Individual subsidizers, that we call it, for the physical individuals and the legal entities, we had 99, of which 40 are women. Construction materials, that is one of the benefits that we are providing. We had 135, out of those 21 are women. So in the 2024, sorry, we did have raised interest regarding the already mentioned the call that we are making for every year. And as I was mentioning, this initiation call that we had in 2003, we actually had 4,580 applications, and out of those we had, from my point of view, I believe it was a certain kind of record. It's around 950 applications were for side of the women. That not was the case previously. Also, we had with international partners have implemented 1,056 different projects worth a total of €3,177,000, including the municipalities also in the north, Leposavić, Zubin Potok, and North Mitrovica. What is very important to mention that we have managed, despite of, I have to say, unfair measures that we have suffered, we find a way to continue our project that we had in the co-financing with the EU, and we have those two projects that we have called RRK and CSP, which are aimed directly to the benefit of the minorities. And because of the measures have been put aside or being pending, we have found a way to finance by ourselves. And including those figures that we had in those two projects, we had something around 83 projects of the building the houses and also renovating them, and also in CSP, so-called community social program. We had altogether 109 projects that are supportive in the meaning of the helping in the providing equipment, providing the different kind of professions for tailoring up to the nail